Hey everyone, I'm Robert O'Crook, and Melody Carragher asked, Wi-Fi is always my biggest challenge, what should I do? So, as I mentioned, my name is Robert O'Crook. I'm the founder of the Digital Nomads Forum and co-founder of the Mindful Nomads Retreat. Currently hanging out in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and these videos are all about helping digital nomads and remote workers be so successful at doing exactly that. So to answer Melody's question, there's a variety of things we can do when we're traveling to ensure we get good, fast Wi-Fi and or consistent Wi-Fi, because those are two different things, right? If your Wi-Fi is fast, awesome, but also consistent. And when I say consistent, I mean like it works 24/7, there's no downtime. So the first thing you're going to want to do if Wi-Fi is essential, if you absolutely need a connection and you need it consistently, you're going to want to do some research of the location you're considering going to. So one of the easiest and fastest ways to do this is to join a digital nomad Facebook group for the local area that you're thinking of going to, and just post a quick question there. Hey, these are my internet requirements. What's the situation like in the place that you're trying to go to? If there's no local digital nomad Facebook group for the location you want to go to, you can join another local Facebook group, and you should still be able to get help from people who live there. So next thing you can do is have an international data plan from your home country's SIM card. So this is a great way to kind of ensure that you've always got a connection when you're traveling, especially when you just arrived to a country, you haven't had a chance to maybe get a local SIM card. Then having an international data plan can be expensive, but if constant connection is really important, then that might be a great solution for you. This leads me to the next one, which is having a local SIM card. This is typically one of the better options if you're flexible about when you get access to the data, because in many countries, for example in Thailand where I'm at right now, having a local SIM card is a lot more affordable for me in terms of like data, calling, texting if I need to do those things, compared to having an international plan from my home country, which is Canada. Local co-working spaces in general in locations you're traveling to are going to have some of the best Wi-Fi, reliable and fast internet in the area. So if there's a co-working space where you're going, there's a good chance that there's a decently fast internet connection and that it's also reliable. You can usually go on the co-working space's website too to see exactly what the speed is. If there's no co-working spaces, and by the way, a good way to find them is just to go on Google and just type in co-working space city name wherever you're at. If there's nothing really coming up on Google, you can use a website like coworker.com and wework.com, and I'll include links to these in the description of this video. And those sites both aggregate co-working spaces and other locations in whatever city you're in that offer space and fast, reliable internet typically for you to work. So some local cafes, if there's no co-working spaces, nothing showing up on coworker.com, nothing showing up on wework.com, some local cafes will have good Wi-Fi, so you can search on Google the city name plus fast Wi-Fi cafe and see what comes up in the search results. And then once you're like looking at a specific place, if there's reviews on Google or another platform, then you can sometimes filter the reviews with keywords. So you punch in Wi-Fi to then see any reviews that are specifically mentioning the Wi-Fi of that cafe. If there's no like filter thing, then you can just search on the page for the word Wi-Fi whenever there's reviews to do the same thing. This will help you get some kind of feedback specifically on maybe the Wi-Fi speed for that specific cafe. It's not always available, but it's really helpful when it is, and it is fairly often. Lastly, if you're needing good Wi-Fi speed at home, where you're going to be living for like a month, let's say, you can always message your host, whether that's on Airbnb, Booking.com, or otherwise, and ask them to use speedtest.net to check out what their internet speed is before you arrive. So lots of different solutions I've just shared with you that can help you to ensure that you have fast and consistent Wi-Fi no matter where you go. Ultimately, the first step, as I mentioned, is doing your research before you arrive. And some locations simply are not going to have fast Wi-Fi or reliable Wi-Fi, and some are. So depending on what you need, it's going to place a little bit of a challenge on where you can travel. For most of you, I hope you don't always need to be connected. You don't always need the fastest Wi-Fi, because that means you have so many amazing places that you can explore in the world. Thank you for listening. If you guys have more questions, you need more support in your digital nomad or remote work journey, you can join my free Facebook group, the Digital Nomads Forum. We've got over 8,000 awesome members, and we're all here waiting to help you. I'll include a link to that in the video description. Give me a like if this was helpful. Please feel free to comment if you have any questions.